I always think back to like when I first started watching wrestling and how I felt when I watched wrestlers like perform. And to me it was like a giant live action cartoon. Like I wanted to be that hero on the pages of the comic books, you know what I mean? In a live setting. So like when I go out there and I'm in my gear, I feel like I'm one of those heroes like to those kids. So I know how they feel because I used to be them in the crowd watching wrestlers. And it's so important that to me that the kids have a good time, especially when you after the match and you're in the crowd and they come up with just the biggest smiles on their face. My name's Travis Banks, I'm 27 and I'm a professional wrestler in New Zealand. I think it was the first time I watched it. I remember I wasn't too sure what it was. I'd never seen it before, and I remember like at the time I was a massive Mortal Kombat fan. On the screen was a character called Glacier in WCW, and I remember seeing it going, is this Mortal Kombat? I was asking and they were like, no, it's wrestling, it's wrestling. And I was just completely taken by the gimmick and the characters and like the colorfulness of it all. So from the very moment that I saw wrestling, I knew that was a different passion and it's something that I wanted to pursue, so yeah. I pretty much gave up my whole old life to start fresh as a wrestler. So I left my old life behind me and started as a wrestler, and that was a pretty big sacrifice at the time. Like, at the time it was pretty impossible for me to think that I could do such a thing, but like now that I look back, I'm glad I did it. Like I left everything, I left my hometown, I left my rugby team, I left everything, and I moved down and I just started fresh, just with a suitcase, just as didn't even know what to expect, and I started as a wrestler. I don't ever hardly ever see my parents anymore, but they understand why, that I'm, making this effort to be something more. It seems so selfish, but you feel like it's going to be worth it in the end.
And your next contender, coming out at 183 pounds, Travis!
My character, it's actually pretty much an extension of myself. It's, I would just call it a more intense version of me. Like, when the spotlight's on me, that's my time to shine sort of thing. So I just bring out my better qualities. Like, whenever I train, whenever I do anything, I do it 100%, as I said before. I do things with intensity, and just with my character, I get to do that, but bring it out and show it off, and the crowd can see it that way. I've always been real big on training. Like, I believe that training is the key to success. It's pretty simple, but that's kind of what I live by. And it hasn't been till lately, but recently I've been training every day, like 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. It's a little bit excessive, and then I've also got wrestling trainings 4 times a week as well. So I really, especially within New Zealand, I really try to make a better standard for this country. I want to be the example that people follow, so I try and push myself harder than anybody else. Imagine you're pumped up on adrenaline for an hour. Just when the crowd's behind you and you hear them chanting your name, you're just there's no other feeling I've ever experienced that could give you that kind of a rush. When the people are behind you, it's just really great. I can't describe it that well. So. If you're gonna follow your passion, make sure you do it 100%. It's not a hobby. It's not if you really want to do it, you're gonna make it happen. So it's such a hard road. If I'm gonna relate it to wrestling, it's been step by step, inch by inch, but I always feel like it's for something greater. So if I was going to tell them, just go 100%, don't hold back. You need to do it for yourself.